You know, guys, actually, like, I was thinking, I haven't done a replay of my own in quite a while. I mean, like, I've been commentating lots of other people's games, so I was thinking, you know, I might as well get back into doing replays of my own, especially with Vico. I mean, I've done quite a few for COH, but not Vico. So, actually, what I've done the other day was I bought a new keyboard and a new mouse, and, you know, these things about, you know, technology, they keep on improving. And so what I actually got with this keyboard and new mouse is a whole bunch of new buttons. So basically my mouse is going to have something like 10 or 12 buttons on it. And my keyboard's going to have some macro function keys on the side. So basically what I plan on doing is probably putting some, you know, some easier access buttons. So I'm planning on putting the tactical map button, which is at default set as numpad 0. I plan on actually putting that on one of my macro keys, so I can easily access it with one of my fingers. On my left hand side, that's on my keyboard usually, so I can just easily bring out that tactical map all the time and just make the game a lot more exciting, a lot more aggressive, and then I will definitely be commentating. Otherwise, you know, it's a bit hard to actually access the tactical map and such. And so right now, basically we just have a whole bunch of fighting. How else do you describe it, really? sztefenfu just trying to break down this hedgerow here just to provide clear view for his flag to take hot shots across the map. Because I mean, if we click on this thing, I mean, hold on, maybe if I switch on over. Okay, I suppose you can't see it, but last I remembered in COH you were able to see the full range of the flag whenever you clicked on it, and you know, if it was actually on the minimap, it'd be absolutely insane. It'd be stretching like all the way out here somewhere. So that would be really cool if we could see it. I'm actually going to slow it down a bit because I believe some action is happening, and here we go. So sztefenfu being met by Love on the right hand side. So it looks like, as I wish, sztefenfu actually making a bit of a push on the right hand side, and Love just have to respond to that by defending. Now, as I said previously, always making your goals. Now, this medic bunker and this flak, I think those should definitely be the goals again. I mean, first taking out that flak, then the medic bunker. Because otherwise, that flak is just always going to be taking hot shots at your tanks across the map, and that is not going to be very nice, especially as the American player. And so now we have a registered artillery. Where is that going down? Right on the victory point, so very cool by sztefenfu, just putting that registered artillery. As you can see, what was that? Probably like a bazillion mortar shots or something. A lot of them. Just killing a whole bunch of riflemen there, and Love had to actually get out of there before he lost that rifleman squad. So pretty cool defensive. Definitely putting a very literal sense to defensive, and I actually like this. So for supply drop, providing all these mortars, and these mortars just taking out that flak. So as I said to you guys, always have goals in your mind. Take out that flak first, and that's what he done. That's what he needed. But unfortunately, this Nerbalware for responding to those mortars was something even more painful, and that being a barrage of flames. Now, not very nice. So what I would have done if I was in Love's position was definitely mortar that that flak, but then definitely retreat straight away so that you would not get the double edge of that Nerbalware for barrage. That would be very painful, as you guys saw. So right now sztefenfu just really trying to push on the right hand side because he knows he wants it. I mean, he's quite low on points, as you guys can see, so he knows if I'm gonna win this game, I obviously don't want to lose by points. So I gotta capture the right hand side, and so that's what he's done. He's capturing the right hand side and putting a lot of pressure on Love right now. And Love having a very hard time because, I mean, this flak on the other side of the map is just always going to be providing such a hassle no matter where on the map, because, you know, its range is just so huge. And as you guys can see, just Love taking advantage of all that supply drops. You can just see all these free MGs and free mortars. So yeah, just taking advantage of that supply drop. 100 manpower, loads of ammunition, loads of fuel, so very cool. I like that. But quite untouched right now. Love having a very untouched base. And before I actually say anything too fast, it looks like a first Nerbalware for barrage going down. sztefenfu barely has a base, actually. I mean, he lost quite a few of his structures, but he's making the most out of what he has and what he gets from his defensive commander doctrines. So, very cool. Looks like he's putting down a bunker right here. I'm not exactly sure where that's going to be. I believe it's going to be an MG bunker or a medic bunker. Probably an MG one, considering its angle right now. And yes, it is an MG bunker, just so he can make sure that he has this victory point. But Love has no units on the field right now whatsoever. So it's looking quite bad. I don't know why all these guys are sort of like stuck up in here. I mean, he should really be moving them out, being a lot more aggressive. I thought like that these players were, especially sztefenfu, I thought these players were very aggressive when it came to their tactics. But it looks like they're, as I said, just a casual sort of game. Probably not at a very competitive level, but, you know, just going about it and having fun most likely. And here we go. I'd actually like to see a few ranger squads. Maybe rangers would be quite cool, especially at trying to take out the pumas and the flaks. And as you guys can see, I suppose one flak wasn't enough, so two flaks sounds better. Veteran C2 flaks as well. You do not usually see that. Now, as you guys might know, flaks are usually quite rare in any games in general, and wow, we actually have two on the field, a veteran C2, so that is pretty damn cool. If it works, then fair enough, it worked. So any tanks that Love is gonna have is gonna be double destroyed, double punched basically from two flaks. So very bad position right now. And that Nurble it looked like it was just randomly hitting some place on the map and being quite lucky about it and taking out a few riflemen. So pretty cool. And here we go, guys, a crocodile. Now, you don't usually see this. A crocodile in a game, wow. This is quite a peculiar choice of a tank. Not exactly sure why he would have gone for a crocodile. I mean, there are infantry in the field, but most of them are like Panzerschrecks and that, so is that really the correct way to respond? Probably not. I wouldn't imagine so. But as I am aware of right now, Love has no idea that there is a second anti or flak on the field. I'm sure he'll find out very soon as these tanks get out. But I believe just right now, Love is just massing all his guys together for one big push. Since the replay is almost over, as you guys can see, I imagine this is going to be the final push. It's either victory or failure. If this doesn't work, then all is lost, basically. And that's what I get, the one impression. So I'm going to speed this up to this final battle that I have in mind. I believe it will happen. Well, I hope it will happen because it'd be interesting to see. And so right now the riflemen are moving in. And slowing it back down again because I believe we're going to have a bit of action. And oh my gosh, what an unfortunate turn of events here. We have Nurble coming down, pinning these guys, all these riflemen. Luckily not actually taking any of them down, just suppressing them. So, okay, so not a huge loss whatsoever. 3 tanks on the field. We have 2 crocodiles and 1 Sherman. So very interesting. More Nurble coming down. So this attack is already failing from the start. It looks like these riflemen just not being able to even get in there. 1 flak already taking huge amount of damage. Panzerschrecks taking huge amounts of damage onto these tanks. And oh my gosh, half of the health is pretty much gone from these tanks. This is looking very bad. 2 flaks. We're already taking out 2 tanks. Oh my god. This is such a big loss of fuel and resources. A strafing run trying to come down. I imagine to try and take out this flak, but that wasn't even happening. Unfortunate turn of events there. And this Sherman, just one more shot and it's gone, and it is gone. All the tanks that Love had, all his force that he massed up is just totally decimated. All these riflemen did not even manage to do anything. Although Love has still quite a majority of the points, he still has over 200 point lead. He has lost pretty much the entire army of his, except his riflemen, and sztefenfu, realizing this, is just moving in because he knows that, okay, I just destroyed a whole bunch of guys and I'm gonna move in. And fair enough, Love actually dropped from the game. So quite a casual match there. Wouldn't say that was the most competitive. So, I don't know, that's pretty cool. As I said in the beginning of the game, I bet I butchered these names. I don't even know how to say, I think it's loveleiarde. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. But I definitely think Siepaka, Siepaka, something like that. If any people could correct me, that would be pretty cool. But anyway, as I'm going to conclude this, I will say this is KrebsCoho signing out. If you guys want to send in any replays, send them in to krebscoho@hotmail.co.uk. Thank you guys, and see you later.